Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. This is altcoin era. Now today we're just going to quickly go over the markets and see what's happening. CoinDesk has issued a new index. It's called CoinDesk 20. Here is the chart of CoinDesk 20. It's currently at $1,712. It's down 1.63%. And it constitutes of 20 cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Cardano, Avalanche, Dogecoin, and the list goes on. The biggest percentage is Bitcoin and Ethereum. I believe this is going to be more and more common in the space. Crypto is going to have an index. We're going to have our own S&P 500. We're going to have our own FTSE, and we're going in the right direction. The disadvantage of this is that it's a futures index. It's not a spot index, but we're definitely going on the right track. The article continues and says CoinDesk 20 introduced as a broad cryptocurrency market benchmark that can underpin tradable products akin to the S&P 500 and Dow Jones, which plays a massive role in the stock market. Bullish, which is the company, crypto exchange that owns CoinDesk, is offering a perpetual futures contract based on CoinDesk 20. The president of the index states, "We are delighted that CoinDesk 20 is already generating liquidity at the institutional level." And the CEO concludes, "As the digital asset marketplace develops as an asset class, it needs an accessible, tradable, and trusted reference. I believe the CoinDesk 20 is that reference." The largest holdings in CoinDesk 20 is, of course, BTC and Ethereum at 31% and Ethereum at 22%. The smallest weight is Filecoin and Aptos. Aptos is actually a surprise. They also hold meme coins such as Dogecoin and Sheeb, and also stable coins such as Tether and Circle. Let's go to the next section of the video and talk about stable coins, especially Tether. I want to show you something. This is Tether, the daily chart, 7-day chart, the monthly chart, the yearly chart, and finally, all time. I don't think you can see this clearly. Now look closely. What do you see here? Look closely. Let me zoom in. What do you see? You got it? All-time high for Tether. What does that mean? It means a bull market is about to come. Whenever Tether does an all-time new high, that's normally a prerequisite for a bull market. A bull market is coming in the next 3 to 4 months. BTC is currently at $42,705. It's down 1.18%. Ethereum is at $2,523. It's down 2.74%. Tether is currently $1. BNB is $309.30. It's down 2.02%. Solana is at $101. It's currently up 4%. XRP is at 56 cents. It's currently at 1.22%. Cardano is at 52 cents. It's currently down 2%. Avalanche is at $36.06. It's up 0.74%. Dogecoin is at 8 cents and it's down 1.24%. Polkadot is at $7.33. It's currently down 2.62%. Tron is at 10 cents and it's up 0.19%. Finally, Chainlink is at $15.66. It's up 2.46%. The top gainers of today is Psy. It's currently up 6.38%. Number 2, DXDY, and it's up 5.38%. 5.79%. And finally, render, and it's up 5.70%. I did mention SAI in my previous episodes and currently making all-time highs. If I just check the chart right now and see how it's doing. Yeah, it's almost about to make all-time new highs. It's almost about to break out. This is a good buy. It's testing resistance at the moment. We need to pass this trend line here. Once we pass this trend line, we can continue to go further. We need a confirmation to pass this trend line with volume. The top losers for today are Lido at number 1. It's down 9.26%. Number 2, Blur. It's down 8.62%. And finally, Thorcoin. It's down 8.56%. BTC, Bitcoin, price targets. It's formed a left shoulder, a head here, and might be forming a right shoulder. In the next 25 days to 30 days, we're going to see if it's going to form a right shoulder. If it breaks this trend line, we're heading lower, plus a head and shoulder formation is bearish. If the head and shoulders formation doesn't plan out, what happens is if we hold this trend line, we can continue to go further, higher. To the upside, we must break 48,000, and then after that, it's 50. Ultimately, we can head to our medium to long-term price target, which is at 59,000. But it's imperative that we don't form a head and shoulders. If we form a head and shoulders and it plans out, we're going to drop further to 37,000 and then go to 30,000, which, bear in mind, in crypto during a bull market, we normally correct 30%. This happens time and time and time again. So we normally correct 30%, between 30 and 35%. So we could see prices at $33,000 to $30,000. Ethereum price targets currently at $2,524.64. It's doing really, really well at the moment. It's holding above its previous resistance and it's formed it as support. Now, what we need to do is consolidate for a while on top of support. If we do that, it's going to be bullish. We can't break this. If we break this support line, we're heading further to 2,371. Like I said in the previous episode, I think Ethereum is going to do well for this cyclical period. Ethereum normally does well in Q1. So that's January, February, March. It normally does really well. Bear in mind, there's a upgrade, and the upgrade is coming out. It's called the Deacon upgrade, and that's going to come out in March. It's not priced in at the moment. It's going to make transactions faster, quicker. Right now, Ethereum does 15 transactions per second. After the Deacon upgrade, it's going to probably do around 750 transactions per second. BTC dominance. This is the daily chart, and it's formed a head and shoulders. It's formed head and shoulders. It's heading lower to my target of 48%. If it does go lower, bear in mind, guys, altcoins might not bleed as much. Remember, when this goes up, altcoins bleed. When this goes down, they don't bleed as much or they pump. So it's two scenarios. Ethereum BTC chart. Previously, on the last episode, we talked about how it made a fake out. So it made a fake out, made a lower low, and then made a massive, huge pump. Right now, it's consolidating just underneath resistance. So what we need to see is a close above resistance to make it into support. Once that happens, we can head higher to the 0.06 mark, and then after that, the 0.067 mark. Solana price targets currently at $101.27. We managed to break past this trend line, which is bullish. Now we're attempting to break this trend line. If I show you a little bit better, we need to close above this trend line. Once we close above this trend line, then we can head up further to the next trend line, which has the most confluence. is here. Next target is $110. $110. Arbitrum price targets currently at $2.03, forming a bull flag at the moment. As you can see, it's consolidating, forming a bull flag. What we need to do is break this trend line, get to our previous all-time high, which was at $2.42. ADA price targets currently at 52 cents. Right now what we're doing is we're consolidating just under resistance. We need to form this resistance as a support. It does look bullish. It's forming a resistance underneath, just underneath support. We need to break past this trend line and go further. Next target is at 57 cents. The thing with ADA, it doesn't move much, but when it does move, just watch out. Mint layer road to 1000x, currently at 70 cents. Let's get it. It hit my trend line. Once it hit my trend line, came back down. We've had a retracement from my trend line all the way to 66 cents at 33%. We've had a massive correction. Now, we need to hold this trend line. If we don't hold here at 66, we're going to head further to the 0.786 mark. Like I said, we did have a massive correction of 47% previously when it hit my trend line. Now we could see the same, and it could cool off. This is an ideal time to DCA. I'll give you an example. 47% is right here. Bang on the money. 0.786 mark. This is a great time to dollar cost average. Now folks, what you don't want to do is buy up. When you buy up, your average goes up. If I bought at 52 cents and then I bought at 58 cents and then I bought at 66 cents and I find the medium and the average, my average is going to be higher. So what you do is you DCA down. So for example, you have, give me a number, $500. So what you do is you place an order here at 66 cents. After that, you place another order at 52 cents. So the first target, it hits your first target and you only put 50% of 500. So you put 250. Then you put a limit order at 53 cents. So 50% is here at 66 cents and another 50% of your money is at 53 cents. That means your cost has gone down considerably. So go ahead, put a cheeky limit order at 53 cents. We spoke about the downside, but the upside, let's speak about the upside. What we need to do is close above this trend line. If we close above this trend line, form it as support, consolidate, we can go higher to my next target of the 1.618 mark. Once it does that, we can hit my trend line here. Price targets to the upside. What I want to see is I want to see it close. It's pivotal that we close above this trend line, above 73 cents. Once we close above this trend line and consolidate, that means we're going to go up higher to my next target of $1.06. Anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure. It's been the utmost pleasure. Thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, comment. For my new members, just head over to my private members section, click on the tab, open it. I've got a new video out for you guys. I think you're going to enjoy it. But for the meantime, wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Peace.